What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. I hope the start of the new year has been good for y'all. Ever since the Mass Effect 5 teasers dropped, I've been thinking of some things I'd like to see in the game. I made a video about this topic about 2 to 3 years ago, but now for a somewhat better idea of what this game could entail, I've thought of 5 more things I'd like to see in Mass Effect 5. So let's not waste any more time and let's get into this. To start off, I'd like to see more alien species. If Mass Effect 5 takes place around the same time Andromeda does, and is in the Milky Way galaxy, that would be a good opportunity to introduce the pre-spaceflight series from that galaxy, so we could have more focus on the Yogg or the Ralloy. The Yogg are known for being aggressive and for having a pack mentality. To get a yacht to cooperate, you have to establish dominance, but they'll be loyal if you do so. Sharing power isn't really in their nature, so it'll be interesting to see if they were able to integrate and intermingle with the other races, or if they are still restricted to their planet because of their nature, and for the fact they can stomp out a Krogan easily. It would be cool if Yogg was a major villain again. The Shadow Broker was a great villain, so there's a lot of potential there. I'm also interested in the Ralloy. They had made contact with the Asari in 2184, and have even traveled to the Citadel, but when the Reapers came through, they retreated back to their home planet and got rid of all their satellites, hoping that the Reapers see them as a pre-space flight civilization. And can you really blame them for that? The Ralloy have been mentioned, but we've never seen what they look like, so why not explore that? Second, I would like to see some characters from the trilogy return. I've talked about this in the Mass Effect teaser video, but I would love to see some old crewmates return in the next game. I had stated that out of all the Milky Way folks, it would have to be Grunt and Liara, who we know is going to be in the next game. Those two were still pretty young by the end of Mass Effect 3, and if this game takes place around the Andromeda timeline, they will be close to 1,000 apiece, which is up there, but their species live long lives, so they will be aged but still young enough to fight. I did mention Rex and Samara, but that seems less likely. Samara is about matriarch age when we meet her, and Rex is not that young either. They both will be older than Drac, and are probably going to be either dead or retired from combat, so I don't see that happening, but Grunt, oh yeah. For number 3, we need to see the fallout of the Reaper War in some capacity. We could see a memorial. I wouldn't mind a level like Arcara in Mass Effect 2, where we explore the crash site of the Normandy SR-1. What if we could go to a planet where a major battle happened? Thessia, Palaven, and Earth were getting bent over by the Reapers during the war. What if we could explore a battlefield on those worlds and collect mementos of people who died in those battles, or look at a monument dedicated to those who fought in the war? If we could get to Palaven, I would be so excited because we've never been there. Another option could be a mission in a ship graveyard like on Corliss. In the teaser trailer, the world that the Spectre was walking out to kind of looked like Corliss, and it would be a pretty cool idea. What if the Destiny Ascension or some other famous ship crashed and was stuck on the planet? It would make for a cool visual piece. I don't know if this is an odd choice, but I want to see Geth and Coran Relations, and how they interact with other races. If you were able to save both races, the Geth and Corians were going to try and coexist on Rannoch. The two races have been fighting for over 200 years, and it would be interesting to see how they interact after their war and the Reaper War. If it's in the farther future, I'm sure those negative feelings wouldn't be as strong. Plus, the Geth were helping the Corians repair their immune systems, so that in a few years they could live without wearing their suits. Now, some might still wear them, it's become a part of the culture and all that, but they at least have the choice whether to wear them or not. Also, how would the Geth be perceived by the other races? The Geth were pretty much a scary unknown to the other races, and they have done some damage. I'm sure no one's going to ever forget the Battle of the Citadel, but they did help in the war, and plus Shepard vouched for them, so that had to earn the trust of some people. If the character in this picture is a Geth, then they might have integrated into society just fine. Time can heal wounds after all. And lastly, I would like better customization. I've been playing some mods lately, and it's got me thinking about something. Mass Effect games could have better customization options. Our characters should be able to have more clothing options, more hairstyles, things like that. More options for our squad mates, or better yet, having their appearance occasionally change outside of missions. Why not let us customize the inside of the ship instead of just medbay, armor, and weapon upgrades? Mods like the Expanded Galaxy mod and Project Variety gave me a look at how awesome Mass Effect could be in that regard. However, I would put this lower on the list. I'd rather the game just be good before everything else, but I think this is something that should be explored for Mass Effect 5. I did like the idea of crafting your own weapons in Mass Effect Andromeda, but if this game is going to be more linear, the devs would have to change how mineral collecting works. Maybe Bioware can make it work with the planet scanning feature from Mass Effect 2, and use whatever materials to craft weapons that way. Mass Effect 2 also had mineral chests, so maybe that's something that could be added as well. Adding the resource shops where you can buy materials and minerals would be a good idea. I think features like this can be a lot of fun to play around with and make the experience that more enjoyable. But that's all I have for this video, guys. What would y'all like to see in Mass Effect 5? Let me know in the comments. Feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We're getting close to 500 subs, y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
SonicFreak.